Workers' Compensation 101. The purpose of this training is for leadership to understand the basics of the workers' compensation process. Your role and obligations support our company's values of think team and take responsibility and demonstrate our commitment to taking care of our associates when they are injured while working. This presentation will cover the 8 topics outlined on the slide. Section 1. Purpose and Standards of Workers' Compensation. Workers' compensation is a system of benefits the company provides to associates who have work-related injuries or illnesses. Workers' compensation benefits are paid for accidental injuries caused by the associate's work, regardless of fault. The purpose of workers' compensation is to provide associates who are injured on the job with benefits, including medical treatment, hospital care, and medication. In addition, rehabilitation benefits and compensation may be provided. Compensation may include temporary and permanent disability benefits for restrictions or lost time as the result of a workplace injury. The 3 basic requirements of compensability for workers' compensation benefits are as follows. The injured is an associate. The associate suffered an occupational injury or illness as a result of the workplace environment. The injury or illness occurred or did arise in the course and scope of employment. In addition to compensability requirements, there are certain state-specific issues to consider when managing an associate's workers' compensation claim. These include the initial disability period. This period dictates the number of hours the company will pay the associate losing time from work prior to our workers' compensation administrator making benefit payments. Choice of medical care. The direction of medical care varies from state to state. In some states, an associate may determine where they will seek treatment. In others, the company will provide direction. For more information pertaining to your state waiting period and direction of medical care, refer to the supplementary documentation to this presentation. Section 2. Safety and your role. The company strives to maintain a safe and healthy work environment. All associates have a role in helping to make that happen and should understand our safety policy. For more information on the company safety policy, refer to the supplementary documentation included with this presentation. We consider no phase of administration or operation of greater importance than safety. We all play an important role in making sure safety is a priority. When an associate is injured, it is important to understand your role as well as the role of others supporting the process. The role of leadership is to ensure associate safety and allow for medical treatment to be sought. Leadership will also report the incident and complete the investigation. Leadership will follow up with the associates after each medical appointment for updated medical status and provide accommodations. In addition, leadership will maintain communication with the associate and workers' compensation adjuster. The role of the human resources business partner is to assist leadership with questions they may have regarding the claims process, for example, payroll or accommodation questions. The role of the Workers' Compensation Safety and Risk Specialist is to oversee the workers' compensation program, provide guidance, and help the claim progress to closure. Lastly, the role of the Workers' Compensation Adjuster is to determine claim compensability and answer associate and leadership questions regarding the claim, medical treatment, and compensation. They are also responsible for providing action plans to ensure optimal claim results, including recovery and claim closure. Section 3. An incident has occurred. What are the next steps? When an incident occurs at your location, it is important to make safety the first priority. When an incident occurs, proceed with the following steps. Proceed to the scene and determine if the associate needs immediate medical attention. If so, attend to that first. If immediate medical attention is not required and/or after action is taken, review and provide the associate workers' compensation reporting packet. You will find the link to this in the supplementary documentation to this presentation. Remember, if it is not possible to provide the packet at the time of incident or injury, do so as soon as possible. This should never delay or prevent an associate from seeking treatment. Once your associate is safe, you will report the incident to our workers' compensation administrator using the Origami claims reporting process. You will find the link to the reporting instructions in the supplementary documentation to this presentation. Remember that certain severe injuries or illnesses require timely OSHA notification. We must report to OSHA within 8 hours the death of an associate as the result of a work-related incident. We must report to OSHA within 24 hours a work-related inpatient hospitalization, amputation, or eye loss. It is important to notify your human resource business partner of any of the above as soon as you become aware, so that the appropriate notification may be made to OSHA by the Corporate Workers' Compensation Risk and Safety Team. Timely reporting is key to the claims process. By taking an early and active role in managing your associate's claim, you are better able to document facts while still fresh, evaluate root cause, and reduce the likelihood of unexcused time away from work. Early intervention also allows the claim process to start with our Workers' Compensation Administrator, who will ensure our associates receive appropriate treatment. Remember, late claims can be more costly. For example, reporting an incident 1 week late may cause claim costs to increase up to 45%. After your associate is safe, proceed with completing the incident investigation. Effective investigations help us to identify root causes, properly document steps taken to correct hazards, as well as document learnings and corrective action. This is a critical aspect of the workers' compensation process and the key driver in creating and promoting a safe working environment. For more information regarding your incident investigation process, refer to the supplementary documentation to this presentation. Section 4, Return to Work Program. As a leader, you are instrumental in helping an injured associate return to work. Providing accommodations and working with your associate through the workers' compensation process can help them stay connected to the workplace and fellow associates while increasing the likelihood of a seamless return to work. In addition, providing accommodations also helps our associates maintain full earning capacity, remain engaged in the location's activities, have a sense of security about their role with the company, all while reinforcing the company's commitment to their health and well-being. There are 2 types of return to work programs. The first is full duty. This applies when an associate resumes their normal duties and hours and has no restrictions or limitations. This usually occurs when an associate has reached their maximum medical improvement, meaning they have reached the maximum level of medical improvement from their injury. The second type of return to work program is light duty or temporary duty. This type of work includes work that may be restricted, and restrictions may apply to the associate's job duties or hours. Light duty is temporary. The company's goal is to return the associate back to their regular job duties as soon as medically able. Light duty should be as similar to the associate's current role as possible, however may depend on the particular restrictions. Light duty restrictions should be reevaluated after each medical appointment. Please contact your human resource business partner or corporate workers' compensation and safety team for assistance on light duty accommodations. Section 5, Lost Time Benefits. Associates losing time from work to recover from injury are entitled to partial wage replacement until they are able to return to work in an appropriate position available to them. These lost time benefits cover time to seek initial treatment for an injury, time off as prescribed by the treating physician, and/or time off as a result of light duty not being accommodated. Once a medical professional confirms that an associate may return to work, the associate must immediately contact his or her manager and discuss a return to work plan, which may be a return in a limited capacity and for others full capacity. It is very important to remember that only time off prescribed by the treating physician will be considered acceptable documentation of a need to remain off of work. Section 6, Potential Red Flags. It is important to be aware of certain red flags that may indicate a fraudulent or invalid claim, and to share information about those red flags with the claims adjuster. Please note, however, that a red flag is not fully indicative of a fraudulent or invalid claim. Take care not to draw any conclusions or take any action based on such red flags. Just report them. Share any of the following that apply to the injured associate. They are a poor performer, have attendance issues, or were recently given coaching or corrective action. They have no personal insurance. They have a history of workers' compensation or personal injuries. They have recently had a request for vacation or personal leave denied. Also, share any of the following that apply to the incident. The incident was not witnessed, or witnesses offer conflicting versions of what occurred. The incident was reported late with few or conflicting details. The incident occurred at the start of a shift or following a long weekend. Section 7. Employer pitfalls. When an associate is injured and a workers' compensation claim is filed, it is important to be mindful of common mistakes made that could prevent the associate from returning to work, cause the claim to become litigated, and cause claim costs to increase more than they should. Here are some examples. Not providing medical care immediately or not reporting the claim in a timely manner. Failing to complete the incident investigation and taking corrective action. Losing contact with your associate while they are off of work. Not following your associate's work restrictions, allowing or imposing restrictions that aren't supported by medical documentation, or allowing them to return to work without a medical release. All of the above are easily avoidable. Being mindful of these common mistakes will help you navigate the claims process through to a more successful outcome. Section 8. After the incident, OSHA record keeping. The company is required by the Occupational Safety Health Administration to create and maintain a record of all serious work-related injuries and illnesses. Minor injuries and illness requiring first aid only do not need to be recorded. OSHA defines a recordable injury or illness as follows: any work-related fatality, any work-related injury or illness that results in loss of consciousness, days away from work, restricted work, or a transfer to another job, any work-related injury or illness requiring medical treatment beyond first aid. OSHA defines first aid as follows: one-time or a short-term treatment, cleaning, flushing, or soaking of wounds on the surface of the skin, the use of hot or cold therapy, removing foreign bodies from the eye using only irrigation or a cotton swab, using a non-prescription medication at non-prescription strength. Records must be maintained at the worksite for at least 5 years. Each February through April, employers must post a summary of the injuries and illnesses recorded the previous year. For more information on recording, maintaining, and posting requirements, see the supplementary documentation to this presentation. While this information focuses on workers' compensation claims and benefits, it highlights a process that can be used in other settings in which injury or illness is present. Take responsibility for maintaining a safe work environment for everyone we work with. Take ownership of your processes and coach your associates on safe practices. By doing so, you will reduce injuries and claims and build a strong safety culture. Thank you for taking the time to learn and understand the basics of workers' compensation. If you have any questions, please reach out to your HR business partner or HR workers' compensation risk and safety specialist.